Hello everyone, this is CD Hot the Classic Pro, and I am finally back with a filler playthrough. Today, we are going to be playing Resident Evil, released in 1996 for the Sony PlayStation. This game had numerous releases over the span of 3 years. There's the original version, there's the director's cut version, and then there's the director's cut DualShock version. I'm going to be getting into the different versions of the game as the game goes on. Yeah, this ought to be very good. Not because the game is very frightening, but this game is very cheesy. And you will see why. That will become extremely evident right when the game starts. So, we're going to be playing a new game, obviously, and I'm going to be playing the game on the original difficulty, which is the original game's difficulty. Let's get started.
Resident Evil.
So here we have a character select screen. You can play as Chris Redfield, or you can play as Jill Valentine. Now, because because both characters' campaigns are very different from each other, I am going to be playing as both Chris and Jill, starting with Chris.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission. No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. Bravo Team went to the hideout of the group and disappeared.
Look, Chris!
It was Bravo Team's helicopter. Nobody was in it. But strangely, most of the equipment was still there. However, we soon discovered why.
Hey! Come here!
STARS members left now.
I got a shotgun.
Chris Redfield. Jill Valentine. Barry Burton. Rebecca Chambers. Albert Wesker. Resident Evil.
I don't know what happened.
Barry! Where's Barry?
Well, I'm sorry, but he's probably...
No. What is that?
I'll go and check.
Okay, Jill and I will stay in the hall in case of an emergency.
Chris? Take care.
Okay, now let's get into the game itself. So, what is Resident Evil? Well, first of all, let's get into the controls. The controls are tanked. Press up to move forward, down to move back, left, right, to go left or right. If you hold down the square button, well, according to the default controls, then you will run forward. You will start to sprint. Let's check over here. What's this? Oh, that's not good. He's Kenneth from the Bravo team. We're just going to scavenge his corpse for a second, and then we're gonna run away. Yeah, we're gonna... So I attempted to run past the zombie, or see if there was any other way I can get past the zombie, but it was actually impossible to get past the zombie. What I was trying to do is get to Kenneth's corpse and try to take the other handgun clip that he has. And then we're gonna run away again. Get used to seeing these door animations, because you're gonna see these a lot. Now let's run back into the hallway and talk to Wesker and Jill.
Wesker? Jill? What happened to Jill and Wesker?
Well, that's strange. They just disappeared. So here is Jill's handgun. It is called the Beretta. Okay, so now... Well, first I'm going to take this ink ribbon. Ink ribbons allow you to save the game. Yes. In order to save the game, you have to grab these ink ribbons, which come in limited quantities. Meaning that you can only save the game so many times. which is very unfortunate. So if we check over here, we get a small key. But there's a door down here. Here is blood. So I should probably get into why I decided to play this game. Resident Evil 2 Remake is coming out next January. Well, late January. And I decided that I wanted to go ahead and play Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil, and then play Resident Evil 2, because I could play Resident Evil 2 first, but there is really no fun in doing that, because compared to Resident Evil 2 makes the original Resident Evil very obsolete, or at least in my opinion. Now, the original Resident Evil is a classic game. I mean, the series wouldn't be the series that it is now without it. Well, actually, well, never mind. But this is where everything started. This is where the franchise started. With this game. And that's what makes it special. Now, it hasn't aged very well. Not just because of the graphics. I'm not going to be getting into, how the game did not age well because of the graphics, because it's a PlayStation game, so it's going to have aged graphics. Get used to it. But that's not the primary reason to why the game has aged badly. The evidence is in the voice acting. Oh, and also, the gameplay is kind of this. To anyone that has played a classic Resident Evil game, like if you played Resident Evil 2 first, or if you even played the GameCube remake of the original Resident Evil, then playing this game after that game, any of those games, would actually be very underwhelming. It certainly was for me, because I actually played the remake of Resident Evil before I played the original. And the reason why it's underwhelming is really because of the game design.
Whoa! What is it?
What? Oh! Oh no! Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
You must be from the Bravo team.
Yes, I'm Rebecca. Rebecca Chambers. I'm a newcomer. I just joined the STARS Bravo team last month. Well, I'm really sorry. Are you all right?
Yes. I'm Chris Redfield from the Alpha team. Are you the only person here from the Bravo team?
Well, because the helicopter made a forced landing, I just ran into this house anyway, but I
see. There's nothing else you could have done anyway. It's good you're here.
Yes, sir. But it's strange. I serviced the helicopter recently, but something went wrong with the engine. It was such a short flight.
So, this is a new character. This is Rebecca. She already introduced herself to us. Here is the item box. This is where you get to take out and store items. Take out or put away items. And the reason for these is because the character, I mean, each character has limited inventory space, as you can see. Chris only has 6 spaces, so his space is incredibly limited. Here we just picked up the sword key, or one of the 4 mansion keys.
I wonder if everybody is... Well, what should I do now? If you go out to search for the other members, how about letting me come with you?
I'm going to say yes.
All right, let's do it.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best. I have to prepare something. Would you like to go ahead?
Oddly enough, you never get to see exactly what she has prepared. So one of the key things about Resident Evil is survival. That is the primary point of the entire game. You have very limited ammunition, and you have very limited resources in terms of healing. So I shot this zombie down, and then I aimed at the other one, which I knocked down, which is right there. The thing about the zombies in the original Resident Evil specifically is you shoot them several times, and then they usually fall down. And when they're in the animation of falling down, your bullets will miss them. And when they get up, and you shoot them, and you try shooting them again, the bullets will also miss those animations too. So it's kind of annoying how your shots are missed in between falling down or getting up. And that's just one of them, and that's just really annoying in my opinion. Which is one of the flaws with the gameplay, because that really shouldn't even happen. This is something that was fixed in the sequels, or in upcoming releases. So, like I said, the main key is survival, and there is puzzle solving as well. But I must say that some of the puzzles in this game are actually surprisingly easy. It's very surprising because the remake has a lot more complicated puzzles than the original game. I just picked up a music notes, and Chris can't read them.
It's me, Chris.
Is that you, Rebecca?
No, it's Alyssa Milano. Who do you think it is?
Ah, it's the Moonlight Sonata.
Can you play? Wait, what is that?
She said it's Moonlight Sonata.
My interpretation is off a little. Chris, may I practice for a while?
Let's go back and look for them at once.
All right.
And she's still gonna play the piano anyway, even though Chris said there's no point. And we're just gonna walk away and leave her.
Rebecca.
I know, but just a little longer.
And with that, that's the end of it. As for your options on whether you say yes or no to Rebecca playing the piano, if you say yes, Rebecca will continue to play the piano. If you say no, Rebecca's still gonna play the piano. It's basically the game's way of saying this is a trick question. You're gonna get this wrong. I mean, you're gonna say no, and she's still gonna play the piano. So she has to play the piano in order to progress through the game. So it doesn't matter. Just say yes, because there's no point in saying no. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again next time, and we will talk more about the game in part 2 of Chris's story. See you guys next time.